Hey everybody, Live Farmer 73 here. I got this question a few more times just recently. So I will be trying again to answer this same question, which is, and I know a lot of y'all get this question. It is, I got a fruit tree. I don't care what kind it is. I got a fruit tree, lemon, orange, apple, pear, whatever. I have this fruit tree and it is not producing fruit. Good morning, Garden Realtor. Good to see you. I get that question. Like I said, I get that question at least once a week. Good morning, Rose 5150. Good morning. How you doing? At least once a week I get that question. Over and over and over and over again. And every year I try to answer it one by one, but it's getting to the point where, hey, Davita 662, how you doing this morning? Hey, Connie Abel, Seed to Soil Farm, how you doing this morning? Good to see you. Miss, let me pull this up on the iPad so I can see a little bit more clearer. I can't find my glasses. You know how that is. I'm doing watching gun reviews, gun videos. I ran into a couple of those. That's another story though. Okay. Here we go.
Lack of time is one of them.
All right. All right. Free Spirit. Miss Mamie 05. Seed to Soil Farm, Connie Abel, Davita 662, Miss Garden Realtor, Miss Rose 5150. Davita 662 said, I'm doing well at work looking crazy. I wish I was fishing instead of being here. Listen, we feel like that every day. Believe it or not, I'm supposed to be at work. But because of paperwork that somebody screwed up, they was oh yeah, you can't be at work because your paperwork ain't right. Okay. You mean to tell me you want me to go home at peak season during the holiday season? Here? Now? Okay. You think I'm going to complain about that? I'll see you later. So somebody on their end screwed something up and I'm getting paid to be here talking to you. Works for me. Hey, Fallen Skies Prepper. Fallen Skies Prepper, that video you did, I think it was yesterday. Excellent video, man. You should make more videos. You should make more videos because the stuff that you be saying, people need to know about that stuff. That's why I be feeling like I be doing it, by myself in our community. And it's like, it's better when I got somebody else to understand what I'm talking about. So, excellent video, bro. Garden Realtor said, good morning, everyone. Pepperman, good morning. How you doing? Let me see. Angela's Garden says, good morning to you. How you doing this morning? It's good to see you. I'm going to get right into it because I'm not going to be here for but a minute. Listen, I keep getting the same question over and over. No problem, man. Listen, don't thank me. You deserve it. People need to know little stuff like that. For anybody want to know, Fallen Skies Prepper on his channel, he did a basically how to get fuel and extract fuel from cars during a bad situation is what I'm going to call it. So you might want to go see that. Good information. Seed to Soil Farm say I got a peach and a few plums growing from seed. My apple may not take it. My apple may not make it. Everybody's been saying zone 8B isn't the best location. Well, for an apple, it depends on what kind of apple it is. If you're growing an apple from seed, 8B is not a good apple place at all. It's only certain apples that can grow down here in this kind of heat. The Anna apple, the Dorset Golden, the Eisenheimer, the Granny Smith, the Fuji. Ooh, I know I'm missing a couple, but you know what I'm saying? They'll grow, but they'll grow real funky and stick to those few. Now, if you're growing from seed, that's a whole nother ball game. And that's why we're here today. A lot of people saying they're growing from seed and nothing is happening. You haven't gotten fruit. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If you haven't gotten fruit, and like, which I keep hearing, like 10 years, 15 years, Fundy Fee says, I'm so afraid of growing from seed, nothing happens. Well, I'm going to show you, because I'm going to say this. I'm not the guy that says don't grow from seed. I don't believe in it. I say grow from seed. Good morning, White Flowers Homestead. Good morning, Sean G. Listen, I say grow from seed because that's how, number one, is natural. Number two, that's how we find new species of, nothing yet, White Flowers, nothing yet. That's how we find new species of fruit, that different flavors, different textures, different looks of fruit, different fruit that can take different climates, different textures, different, places on the map. Here's the thing. I say grow from seed, but you could also grow from seed and end up with a turd. You'll wait your 20 years or 30 years, and when it finally pump out, good morning, your herb health. When it finally pump out a fruit, and your fruit is sitting here like this, and you like, oh, it looks delicious. You crunch into it, and it's like you just crunched into a toenail. You know what I'm saying? Ask around. That's how it works. Sometimes you can grow from seed and get a new variety of something, and you might make money off of it, put a patent on it, because it's something you discovered, you did. But a lot of the times, you're going to get that toenail. So it's a way where you can do your experiments from seed and at the same time be getting fruit from some kind of production from your experiment. You understand what I'm saying? And once you find out whether you got a hit or a miss, once you find that out, say you got a miss, 15 years down the line, you got a tree full of toenails, you can just cut that whole part of that tree off and you will have the piece that you grafted on, because that's where I'm going with this. If you have a tree, if you planted something from seed like this, if you planted something from seed like this, and you don't know what it's going to be. It just keep growing and it keep getting greener and it's beautiful. It's lush. And I hear this all the time. I've done this a million times, so I know from experience. Beautiful. It's growing 4 or 5 feet tall, but not even one single fruit bud. Let me see what this say. I started a seed to soil farm. I started my seeds about 2 months ago. But at the same time, I bought trees from local shops just to be able to satisfy the urge to have fruit tree. That's a way to do it too. Okay? Just buy a fruit tree that you know that's been grafted and it comes from a reputable dealer. That's another way to do it. A Little Slice of Paradise said, I have grown a mango from seed, but it is only for fun, so I don't fruit. If it don't fruit, it's okay. Now, it's certain fruit see, y'all with me today, because y'all jumping ahead and I'm liking that. It's certain fruit that will give you fruit, and it's going to be some pretty decent fruit. Mangoes are one of them. A mango is going to grow and it's going to drop some fruit, and it's going to be super sweet and super delicious no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Here's another one. A pomegranate. You plant the seeds out of a pomegranate and it might not taste like a wonderful, but it's still going to be sweet and delicious. It might have more pulp in it, or it might have more of the cell member in there. So it's some things that will grow. I ain't going to say true to the parent, but it's going to grow and it's going to be okay. It's another one out there I can't think of right this very minute. Avocado. Avocado, kind of the same thing. You know, some things you can't really mess up. But for the most part, a lot of people do this. They eat this apple. This was the best apple I ever had in my life. Oh my God, I'm keeping all the seeds. You put all the seeds in your pocket. You get home and you put you some soil in a little container and you take the seeds from that same apple, right? You put them in the dirt. Once you put them in the dirt, you get something looking like this. You get something like that. And you think it's going to pop out apples in just a year or two. After the 5th year, you like, what the hell is going on? Even if you wait, again, I'm going to say it again, even if you wait 10 years, that don't mean you're going to get this apple. The apple that you remember that you ate that was on your wedding day or your anniversary or when you was at the beach, brought back so many memories in Hawaii, whatever. 9 times out of 10, you will not get this apple. So, it's a couple ways to get that apple. That exact apple. If you got this apple from a tree that you know, a loquat too. Thank you, Seeds to Farm, Seeds to Soil. Thank you. Loquat. You can plant a loquat seed, you're going to get a loquat. They delicious. Now, there's a couple ways to get that exact same apple. One is if you can take a cutting from that tree that you got it from. But if you just pick this up at the market, you ain't going to be able to do it. So this is how you're going to do it. Once you plant that seed, and then you grow it up like this. This is a citrus seed that was growing, a seedling. I'm going to show you right now what you have to do to make it fruit. Forget the experiment part of it. We're just going to concentrate on like this little branch right here. That's all we're going to worry about is that little branch right there. Okay? So, get out of my nose holes. Okay, let me see. Let me read this real quick because I want to stay on top of this. Okay, little slice of mango. Rose 5150, it might be a turd, but the rootstock could be strong for something else. That's exactly where we going right now, Rosie. Exactly. Exactly. So that's what this is for. What you're really doing, what I will call it, you're growing a rootstock. Because what I found is if you're growing a seed, like mangoes don't do well here in the ground. But if you plant a mango seed and it grows in the ground in cold climates, in cold conditions, in some freezing, you got one hell of a rootstock. And if you plant a piece of a mango onto that rootstock, it's going to take up those traits where now you got a mango that can make it in the cold season. You understand? You created that. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm going to get right into it immediately because what we need to know is how to get this done. Because I get this question too much. I get this question like a billion times a day. Let me see. Okay. You ready? Number one, I don't care, and I do this every winter. I told you it's time for winter projects now. The garden is closed down. Time for winter projects. Go get you a little branch off of anything. Hey, Nature 9 and family. Go get you a little twig off of anything. 2 of them. Matter of fact, grab about 5 little twigs because I'm about to show you something. What's up, Superman 42.0? Good to see you. I'm about to show you something real freaking cool. I got a bunch of videos like this, but I'm going to keep cranking one out a year because this will help people with that question. Okay. Hey, Bear Fruit Garden, how you doing? This is going to help you, and I'm going to get as close up so y'all going to be all in my grill, okay? Number one, get you like an X-Acto knife, something, a razor blade, something really sharp that you can control. Like this. I'm going to show you to the best of my ability. That little green ring right there, you can see it better. That little green ring right there. It's white in the very center. Let me back it up, come a little closer. It's a little light green ring right under the bark. Can you see that? Let me get super close to try to zoom it in. It'll zoom it in on anything but what I want it to. But it's a light green ring in there. and I'm going to show you how simple this is. Hey, Mama Butterfly, good to see you. So is anybody ready? Let me read this real quick. Little Slice of Paradise. What rootstock can you put a mango on, or does it really matter? You have to put a mango on a mango, an apple on an apple, a pear on a pear, a peach on a peach, so on and so forth. I'm not even going to start to confuse you with certain ones you can mix up. We ain't even going to think about that right now. We just going to stick with an apple on an apple, a pear on a pear, etc., etc., okay? So stick with that with me, all right? Because I don't want to confuse you. Hidden Harvest say, I grew lemons indoors. Now I'm sprouting seeds from those lemons. So this is going to help you. Okay, you ready? Once you got that, we're going to pretend this is the seedling. This is actually a Rose 5150 cutting that I did this summer off of a lime tree. But let's pretend this is the seedling that we grew. Most people grow them in a little cup or something, right? Now, this is that seedling. This is the seedling that grew right here. This is what you do. You sterilize your shears. This is going to be brutal to a lot of people. I'm going to use the other cutting because I'm going to use this one because I'm really going to graft that for real. Peel your leaves off. So you can work with it better, okay? Just a few of them. And then we going to cut that. You done snipped that off. It's sitting in a cup and you snipped it. Just like that. Cut it right at the top. So now you got it a nice clean cut. Let me see. I'm trying to get you to see that way better. There you go. You can see that green ring around there a lot better now. Okay? Now, put this, you leave your little cutting. Here's your cutting. Now this is your seedling. I'm getting this confused. This is your seedling. Right, your cambium layer. This is your seedling that you grew. This is the piece that old Lead Farmer sent you. I sent you this. You said, Lead Farmer, I grew a lemon tree from seed and it ain't giving me no fruit. I said, don't worry. I'm going to send you a piece of Lillian right now. You got this in the mail. This is a piece of Lillian right here. This is what you do. Soon as you get it out of the mail or you got it off somebody's tree, snip that end because it done dried up and you want a fresh piece right there. And again, the little green ring around the edge, not the bark itself, but right under the bark. Cambium layer. You're going to match that up with the cambium layer on the cutting. This is how we start. Get your X-Acto knife. You want something super sharp. Don't come out there with no kitchen knife. You're going to make a mess. Probably cut your finger off. Come out there with something sharp. This is what I like to use. I like to use a razor. If you watch any of my other videos or my grafting knife that is razor sharp. Usually I can't even find this. I got a whole grafting kit. Never can find this. So always got a razor. You watching? Okay. You take this and what we're going to do with this is cut it into a wedge. Into literally a wedge shape, just like this. And you gonna come just, I'm gonna make sure we see this. Into a wedge shape. Now that's one side, see it? Let me hold it so you can see it. See that pointing down like a little ramp? And you can also see the cambium layer in there. Now you flip that over on the exact opposite side and we're going to do the same thing on the back. Same thing. And we're going to drive that down into a wedge. I wedged him too good though. Try not to touch it with your hand because the oil's on your fingers. can't interfere with the wound on the tree. Now, you see that? We are cut into a perfect wedge. Here's the cambium layer, that light green right there. We want that to touch the light green cambium layer on the seedling that we snipped. Put this to the side. This is the piece that we snipped. This is the cutting. I mean, not the cutting. This is the seedling that we grew from seed, okay? We done snipped the whole top of that off. I'm gonna bring you downstairs. Get right into it, okay? This is the seedling that we grew. You done snipped that top. Let me, whew, cold as ice in this mug. Zoom out a little bit. Okay. Now, what we gonna do, I'm getting in zooming because I want you to see everything. Right there. Now, what we gonna do here is cut straight down the middle. See that? I'm cutting straight down the middle, rocking back and forth. Do not just ram this down. You might cut your finger or something worse, okay? So just take it easy. There's no rush. You don't want this to go rushing down and ripping the whole thing open anyway. So you just gonna rock that back and forth with just a little bit of pressure on it. I'm gonna do this until this blade, there we go, right there, okay? I'm gonna pull my blade out. Now I'm going to take this wedge that we just cut. Let me cut that little flimsy piece off there. Okay. There we go. I'm going to take this wedge that we cut, and I am literally simply going to make sure that that light green cambium layer right there, right here, touches the light green cambium layer right here. You don't have to have both sides touching. Long as one side touches, that's what you're looking for, because that is going to connect all of the juices coming from this seedling to run up into your cutting. Over time, it will heal and you will never know it ever happened. So we take this, and I know y'all know this part. It's how babies is made. All you do is jam that right down in the hole. Just like that. Now, as you can see, it's not touching on that side over there closest to you. It's only touching closest to me because that's the side that I can see best. Okay? That's all I'm worried about. Now, there are several kind of things you can do. You can buy this fancy schmancy grafting tape. I'm gonna leave it zoomed in for a second, okay? You can buy this fancy grafting tape. It's nothing but kind of like saran wrap. This is all it is. You can buy that. That just never works out for me. Come on, get some Viagra. You're slipping, buddy, you're slipping. Okay. Now, oh, let me turn that around. Okay. This is my all-time favorite right here. Everybody got some of this in their house for whatever reason. Don't know what you're into. Usually it's not electrical work. But everybody has electrical tape in their house, and it's cheap. It's easy to find. You can find it at all stores across the whole doggone country. You can find this. I use this for grafting. I have tons of this, and I never use it. It just don't stick right. So all I'm gonna do now is pull off a little bit. Bit it with my teeth. And I kid you not, it's this simple. This simple. Go around your cutting. Try not to move your cutting. You want the Cambion layer to stay on the Cambion layer. Wrap that sucker around. Nice and tight, because you want it to pinch. You want that slit to pinch that wedge, okay? Same thing, y'all dig what I'm talking about. Ain't no different upstairs. But you want it to pinch tight. You want to keep it tight. And this, remember, this is your cutting. You keep that tape tight. And what that's going to do is block it from moisture, from sunlight, because sunlight will ruin it and it'll dry it out. You don't want sun to touch it. So this is a double edged, a double whammy right there. You see that? Now, I'm going to zoom this out. That's what we looking like right there. Now, what I just done was turn a seedling. We went from this to having this that you don't have a clue what it's going to turn out to be. You don't know. You don't know. But you're curious. Like somebody said earlier, I'm curious to find out what I'm going to get. This is a way that you can find out what you're going to get 20 years down the line and at the same time be pulling fruit for 20 years until you find out. You know what you're going to say in 20 years? Damn, I'm glad I grafted that piece on, because that fruit that it pumped out tastes like shit. You know what I'm saying? You cut that whole big other part of that tree off. You don't want that. That experiment was terrible. Firewood now. Now you let that tree grow that you grafted on 20 years ago, and you be happy and proud of that. Like, good thing I pulled that off, because that fruit was awful. So what I just showed you will work for apples, pears, plums, peaches, anything you got. Hardwood is harder to do, like persimmons, nut trees. It's a little harder with nut trees. Hardwood type trees, harder to do. So, but your average apple, pear, plum, peach, it's that easy. It's that easy. I just literally did that. Now, if this was a real case scenario, you just turned your seedling, your seed that you, one day you ate this fruit, spit out the seed, put it in the dirt, and then grafted onto it. Now you got a tree. Whatever tree that you got this off of, you say, Led, I want some of Lillian. That lemon you sent me was so good. You're going to have that exact lemon. No guessing. You won't have to guess what your fruit gonna taste like. You ain't gonna have to guess what your fruit gonna look like. None of that. You're going to have the exact duplicate of whatever I give you, or whatever you snip off somebody's tree, or a cutting that you get in the mail on eBay or something. That's exactly what you're going to have. No more guessing. So when you are planting from seed and you're not getting nothing, and you keep asking, why ain't my tree fruiting? It is no different than two parents having a child. You understand? That baby is not going to be exactly like the daddy. It's not going to be exactly like the mama. It's going to be a mixture of all of your lineage. I know people, and trust me, even in my family, your child might look like your great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, right? And probably have an attitude of your great-great-great-great-uncle and be a little bit crazy like your great-aunt. That's just how it works. But this is a way where you ain't got to be worried about none of that stuff. You got the genetics, and you just made your genetics exactly what you wanted it to be. You wanted this damn Granny Smith apple, that's exactly what you got. Okay? So that's what I wanted to show you guys. I didn't want to keep this video long because I want to make sure everybody get it. Because in this last, I'm going to say 30 days, I've been asked this question at least 50 times. At least 50 times. And I keep answering it over and over and over and over again on a lot of my old videos too, for some reason. And I have no problem answering it. I just be hoping people catch one of these videos, even if it's not mine and it's somebody else's. Catch that video, because you're going to understand that you're not going to get it. I even have a friend, I'm not going to mention her name because I don't want to put her out there. I don't know if she wants people to know. She planted a peach seed a couple years ago, and she said, oh, this peach was delicious. She grew that peach and just recently found out it, you know what I'm saying? Toenail. This gotta go. So if it was me, I would cut that tree, I would cut it and graft another peach into it. A peach that I like, a peach that I know. Some of the trees that I buy from certain places, I don't buy them to plant them in the ground. I buy them because all I want is a cutting off of them. I kid you not. I buy them for the cutting. I take a bunch of cuttings off of a certain kind of tree. I plant it in a pot, and then I sell the tree to get my money back. And now I have cuttings and no harm, no foul. I didn't cheat nobody, nothing. I just grew it for cuttings. You got a tree that's producing fruit, and I just wanted this because I'm going to graft certain pieces onto this pear tree or onto this apple tree. So everybody wins. That's how I do it. Let me see. All right, let me get back in here. The Queen's Rules. Hey, Master Fundy Fee, I missed your live. Okay. Dapper Vista, that adhesive, okay on it. Yes, because the tape, you talking about the adhesive on the tape, all you're doing is sealing it off. All you're doing is sealing it off from the sunlight, from moisture, and all that stuff. Once the tree heals over and grows, you know what's going to happen? It will grow strong enough to rip that tape off by itself. And if anybody's seen my other grafting videos, I could show you. It just rips that tape off by itself. Sometimes you don't even have to remove it. Sometimes you do. Most of the time you don't. It'll bust right through that tape, grow straight through that tape and get rid of it on its own. You'll come out one day and there'll be some black electrical tape on the ground. Angela's Garden Sensei, I think he said stay within the same fruit family, apples. Okay, wait a minute. Funny Fee, better question. Is a rootstock changing and a beach change the same thing? No, I've never heard of that one. A beach change. I've never heard of that one. Angela's Garden says, I think he said stay within the same fruit family, apples to apples, peach to peach, lime to lime. His explanation is useful and easy to understand. Now, thank you, Angela's Garden Sense. I'm going to say this. The only reason, because there is some exceptions. I'm going to just run one past you real quick, but I didn't want to do this because it just gets confusing. If you don't know what you're already doing already, what I'm about to tell you is just going to make it more confusing, which is stone fruit. You can graft a plum, a peach, a cherry, and an apricot all on the same tree. See? It gets confusing. That's why I didn't want to get into that and reasons why and everything else. We ain't even there yet. Once you learn how to do this, then, right, a cocktail tree, then you learn how to do that. Because there are some exceptions to the rules. And here's another thing. You can graft, you can graft an apple onto a pear or a pear onto an apple. It will live, but it will do poorly and you will waste your time because it will grow there for 5 years and slowly just die off. So you understand what I'm saying? It's like I'm sure a cat and a dog can mate, but ain't nothing gonna come from it natural or healthy or, you know, godly, if you will. So that's what I'm saying. You stick to the basics. Apple on apple, pear on pear, peach on peach, plum on plum. Now, the cocktail fruit tree, now this is one that I can tell you where it's a cocktail fruit, but it's not complicated. Now, here's the thing. Like I got outside right now, me and Little Led done this past summer, and I showed you guys. You can turn an apple tree, say you got a Granny Smith apple tree, you can graft onto that Granny Smith apple tree whatever kind of apple tree you want, whatever kind of apple cutting you want. Granny Smith, Fuji, Honey Crisp, Golden Delicious, Red Delicious, Eisenheimer, Anna. You can have a tree, an apple tree, which we have outside now, with all those different apples on one tree. So with a pear tree, I got pear trees where we did the same thing. Bartlett, Moonglow, Seckle, what's the other one? Orient, and I got Asian pears, same thing, so on and so forth. You can do that and still have that cocktail fruit tree, just staying in the same genre. You know what I'm saying? Staying in the same, don't get all Frankenstein on it. So when you have those different kinds of fruits, this is what it does for you. It saves you money because some trees need a pollinator, right? You don't have space for 2 trees. You have space for 1 tree because you don't want a whole bunch of pear trees. Maybe you want 1 pear, 1 apple, 1 peach. You got room for that. So all you do is take that pear tree. Say you take a Moonglow pear and it says it needs the pollinator is a Bartlett. You go cut a piece of Bartlett tree from somebody and graft that onto your Moonglow pear. So when both of those pieces grow, this little piece is going to pollinate this little piece. Now you also have 2 kinds of pears. This interchanging right there in the same space. That way you don't need, hey, Sapper, just seen you pop in. What's up, bro? Good to see you. That way, say I'm in ninja mode. Listen, trust me, I understand, bro. Do your thing. That way you save space in your garden. And remember I told you I'm getting rid of all these trees. Everybody said, Led, don't do it. Keep your trees. What y'all don't know is before I got rid of all of those trees, I took cuttings and grafted pieces onto my existing trees. So I got rid of the tree itself, whether I sold them or gifted them. I still have those trees on my land just in cuttings growing on other trees. Hey, how you doing, GT Junior? Good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. So, Stephanie said, I am so waiting to do this grafting. It's that easy. It took me 15 minutes to show y'all how to do it, and that is it. That's it. Now, here's a question for you. Fundy Feet, I'm going to have Franken trees. And we do. We do. We have them all over the land. So here's one thing I left off. Start with paper tape. I'm going to show y'all how to make labels later out of Coke cans. But listen, paper tape is one of your best friends. You take some old, plain old painter's paper tape, you know, making outlines. We about to paint your house. Wrap that around that cutting and have it touch both sides like that. You know, just fold it over. I'm doing that lousy, ain't I? Just fold it over and write the name of that cutting on there. If this was a Anna apple tree, put Anna apple tree and put the date on there. And I like to even write where I got it from. You know what I'm saying? If I got it from Claudiu, I'll say Claudiu's apple tree or Sapper Gardner's apple tree. That way I know when I did it, I know what it is, and I know where I got it from because I might need another one. So that paper tape, believe it or not, it lasts for about 2 years on the tree. It'll finally fall off. but it will last a long time until you get something more durable on there, like my other labels I make out of pop cans. So it's that simple, you guys. I just wanted to make sure I'm really doing this for people that don't know, because I'm telling you, it's that easy. And I don't want people keep growing and wasting your time. I'm gonna say this. To me, in my own opinion, the most precious thing in the world to me is time. Forget everything else. To me, time is everything. The more time you waste doing nonsense and senseless stuff in life, you just wasted that time. You know, I used to work in a hospital, and I've heard this story a million times, where an elderly person is on their last days and they telling you sometime part of my job is to listen. Well, was. And I can't count how many times that people told me, live your life. Don't waste a single minute. Don't waste a day. Love people. You know, you waste your time hating people, don't do it. This is what some of their last words were. And I was there to hear it. So if you sitting there, and I'm already in my 40s, upper 40s, now, do I got time to plant a seed in the soil and figure out in 20 years, is it edible? I don't have time like that, and I'm not going to pretend to. A lot of people, they don't think about that. It's a good experiment, but it'll be a good experiment that maybe the next generation will probably find out. Your kids be like, this was a good pear. My daddy planted that. Yeah, but it's still an experiment in itself that you don't know whether it's going to work or not. And you won't be around. I don't have time to waste like that. I say go for it. Plant a seed. We need that. We need more natural introductions in the garden like that. Plant one. But don't waste your time like this, staring at the damn seed, hoping it's going to be edible. Go ahead and graft you on exactly what you know you want. That way you get the best of both worlds. You ain't wasting time because you too busy picking fruit, right? You too busy picking fruit. You ain't even thinking about that experiment no more that's growing on the other side of that tree. You too busy picking fruit, eating fruit, selling fruit. You too busy doing that. Then one day you might get a surprise. That other side pop out some fruit. That's delicious. Win-win situation. Don't waste your time in life planting a seed and waiting on to see what it's going to do. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with certain relationships, in life. Love, life, and relationships. I always say, some people, you think you're going to change people. Some people you can't change. You can't change. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to stick around hoping this person will change, and you waiting around and you waiting around. And then one day when you in your 50s and 60s, and we've all heard this story a million times, now you want a divorce. What for? You wasted your life hoping that this turd was going to turn into a diamond. That wasn't coal. That was a turd. The only thing you're going to polish up and get out of this is some peanuts and corn, because it was a turd. You knew he was a turd. You knew she was a turd the whole damn 30 years you was with him. Stop wasting your time with people like that. They came into the game. You know they would. I'm going to tell you something. Me and Lady Led know what I was when she found me. I said that, you said found me. She knew what it was. And after a while, she kind of figured, I ain't going to change him because he's a little crazy. Either you accept people for what they are and love them for that, or man, they got to go. Don't waste your time. And then for the next few years of your life left, you sit there, I wasted all my time with that man. I gave him all of me. Man, don't do that to yourself. So that is just like these seeds, man. Don't waste your time, because that's really all we got when it all boils down to it. It's time. Sometimes you got more time than you got money, and vice versa. Right now, I got more money than I got time. And you got to ask yourself, is you rich for that? Thank you, Fundy Fee. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I really do. You got to ask yourself, thank you so much. I really appreciate the least you could do. Go on now with that. But honestly, stop wasting your time in the garden. All them experiments, I told you that I'm done with that shit out there in the garden trying to grow that stuff. Done. Wasting my time. I just wasted a whole year and some change, like hoping a mango gonna grow, hoping all this strange shit is, no, it's not. Same thing in the garden. Some people in your life, you gotta cut them off. Cut them off. I can't deal with your shit. Cut them off. That experiment is over. I thought you was gonna be cool. You're not. I'm not gonna wait for you to be cool. I gotta go. No offense. You know, even y'all see in this YouTube world right here, some people you gotta leave them alone, cut them off. It's like, man, that's enough. That's enough. I tried to like you. You know what I'm saying? I tried to like you. You too crazy for me. So in life, love, and relationships, cut them off. Period. And sometimes, yeah, even with your own kids, you know what I'm saying? Cut them off. I'm done. I can't function with you. So that's it, you guys. I didn't even want to go there like that. I just wanted to let you know it's relatable. You know what I'm saying? So White Flowers Homestead said, I'm only growing stuff in that zone, to grow in my zone. I am too from now on. I will kind of do a couple things, but not like I used to do. Yeah, Stephanie. Even your kids, I don't know how old your kids are, but your kids can drive you to drink. Your kids can drive you crazy. You know, if they always stand in trouble with the law, your daughter won't stop popping babies out from bums. Your son is a gang member that won't lead gangs, stuff like that. And then for some reason that energy, that negative shit draws into you, and you always worry about what they're out in the street doing. Not me. Now my kids is good, thank God. But I see a lot of people, man, be worried about your kids so much. I know it's your kids. This, you know, I know. But man, you raised your kids. You did everything you were supposed to do. Now, I'm just saying if you did do everything you were supposed to do. You did everything you were supposed to do. You was a mom, you was a dad, you stood in that house, you fed them, you clothed them, you did everything, got their education. Now, once you set them loose, and they figured, you know, college ain't a good idea, and crip walking is the best thing, you did everything you were supposed to do as a parent. You can't go trailing behind them, begging them to stop doing stupid shit. You can just give them advice. My kids do stupid shit, I give them advice. When they say, Dad, what should I do? Well, this is what I would do. But me going to people's house and telling them, leave my daughter alone, or my son, nope. You make those choices. The shit that I used to get into when I was that age, my parents didn't come looking for me. I had to figure out on my own between me and God. I was like, yeah, I shouldn't be here. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't be here. It's been times where I'm in a house, and we're going to leave it here. I've been in a house, and there's more guns in this room than there is money. That don't add up. Everybody in the house got a gun, but ain't nobody got no money. If we anteing up for a beer, scraping change together for a 40, and ain't nobody got no money, but everybody got a gun, you in a bad situation. And the only person right now need to be talking to you and telling you something. This before cell phones, so you couldn't figure it out. Like, oh, my girl calling me, I'll be back. No, you got to be like, look, hey, I'll be back, man. Where you going? I'll be back. Leave. Don't come back. You got to make decisions for your own damn self. And if you too stupid not to think for yourself, you on your own. I went from seeds to that. I'm sorry. I was raving. All right. Seeds, what the hell they protecting? Seeds to soil, what is they protecting? They ain't protecting shit. They coming to rip your pocket off your back jeans. You understand? They coming to get your wallet, and I don't want to be no parts to that shit. They ain't protecting nothing. Period. So that's what I'm saying. If everybody in here ain't got no money, but they got guns, only bad gonna come from that. That means there's gonna be somebody who say, man, we gotta get some money. And all we got to get the money is not education, not knowledge, not skill sets, but we got guns. Don't never end right. I'm just glad to be alive to tell the story. Rose 5150. Baby birds got to be set free to fly, and you hope they remember what you taught them. Thank you. In a nutshell. Thank you so much. Ghost Jazz Hill. Yes. Pac-Man fever driving me crazy. You saw that. But you know what I'm saying. Little Slice of Paradise Homestead says, that's why I like Stark Brothers. They tell you if the tree will grow in your zone. Yes, they do. Barefoot Gardens, they truly have to love them from a distance. And I love my kids and my nephews and I love them. But you can't live for them. Your friends, you can't live for them. You can't. You know what I'm saying? Plain and simple. We used to hang out with a lot of other married couples. And if you married or in a relationship, you don't got to be married, but in a relationship with somebody, y'all also see this happen. The reason we kind of keep a little bit more to ourselves, me and Lady Led, is because you be in some of them situations and they drag you into their shit. You dig what I'm saying? Like I was in a situation where, a friend of mine, he trying to holler at a chick, and I'm like, I'm mad for two reasons. I'm mad because you disrespecting your wife. What you and your wife do ain't none of my business though. So that, I don't care. But I'm more mad because you got me in this shit now because what I see, I can't tell, which means you want me to lie about something. You want me to lie to your wife about something that's going to happen, which is going to make me have to lie to my own wife because whatever story, fuck that, man. We can't be cool no more. If you gonna do that dirty shit, I don't want to know about it. I don't want to be that friend. I'm not that dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that guy. Don't do that with me. Because I'm not gonna mess up mine for some creepy, crazy shit you doing. So it's kind of, we still cool. But hey, Brian McKnight, I went too far back with that. I can't think of no singers right now. Brian McKnight coming to town to the concert. Y'all going? We got 4 tickets. We working that day. I didn't tell you what day it was. Yeah, 9 times out of 10 we working that day. Not going. So okay, baby. Stephanie Valdez say, "Oh yeah, know what you're saying. We kind of keep to ourselves. Hubby was in the Navy, if you know what I mean." Yeah. Yes. And I love my friends, I do. But it be like, man, don't drag me into that. Don't drag me into that. Because then you start getting those calls from their wife. Like, where was you and Darren last Thursday? You getting a call on this phone. And you getting a call on this phone. Brenda, hold on a minute. It's Darren. Hey, if Brenda call you, man, fuck both y'all. Nope. No. Ain't gonna do it. Nope. Tell her. You tell her I'm telling her. You ain't dragging me in this shit. Because to me, I feel like this. You want me to be your boy and I'm supposed to have your back like 2 flats, right? Right. You want me to be down for you. But did you ever think that you disrespecting me, wanting me to lie because you can't keep your damn meat and potatoes on your own plate? Dog, no. And that's disrespectful to me, so I'm the one should be mad. How you gonna be mad at me? Because you want me to lie because you doing creepy shit. I ain't about, man, please. You do stuff like that and you going to repent for that shit, and I'm repenting for you instead of my own self. I'm too busy apologizing to God for you. Nope, ain't gonna do it. None of my business. Right, Stephanie, none of my business. What's up, Supreme? Good to see you, bro. So, Barefoot Garden say, boom, I ain't got time for that. I'm not that person. That's me. I'm not the one. You disrespected me. Okay, Dapper Vista, do it yourself and more. I ain't lying to my wife. You know, whatever I see, I'm a run and tell my wife. You see, I'm like this. I don't want to get caught up in things like that. Ever, because all it do, y'all done already seen the video about the lying song. You tell one lie, it leads to another, then you tell two lies to cover up each other, then you tell three lies. Oh, brother, you're in trouble up to your ears. I made that video for a reason. When I was a kid, that shit, that stuck with me. That learning that song stuck with me. Because that is the truest song. That should be a hit right now in mumble rap. It'll be better to have the shit out there. Because it's so true. It's like, when will the lies stop? You know what I'm saying? Once you start one, you got to cover that one up to make it seem real. And man, just don't even enter me in that shit. Been through that, and what happens is it puts stress on your relationship because of something somebody else did. If I'm going to commit some crimes, I want to say, yes, I did it. It was me. I had it. Now, I don't never want to go to jail again for something somebody else did. Been there, done that. Never want to go through that having to deal with the law and crime because you fucked up. So that way I'll feel better about being in trouble if I did it. So, okay, mumble rap the hits. Roll 5150, tell the truth, and you have nothing to trip over or a story to keep. Exactly. You ain't got to remember shit. You ain't got to keep remembering things. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, nah. You know, your wife tell you, do you like this perfume? Not really. Because she'll wear that a year later. You like this? Oh, yeah, I like that. Nope, don't lie. I don't care for it. It ain't good. I don't like it. It's a nice scent, but maybe it's your skin. Y'all know how y'all do. Yeah, maybe it ain't mixing the oils on my skin. Yeah, that's not yours. That's not for you. In a nice way, of course. But I ain't going to sit there and lie. Do I look good in this? Maybe you should have got it in black or something. I don't care for that. Because I don't want to have to remember that stupid lie a year or two later. So, you know what I'm saying? Forget about it. Let me see. Little Slice of Paradise. I have a teenage girls. I don't need more drama. Amen. Oh. I got one daughter. One daughter. And two boys. My baby girl is a beast because she gave me hell times two. And not because she's a bad girl. It's just you just more protective of them. You understand what I'm saying? You're just more watching them tighter and closer. So, no. You understand what I'm saying? Little girls, man, they give you hell. Because as soon as they start crying, you start crying. I don't know. I ain't even going there. I just be wanting to destroy people by my baby. My boys can handle it. My baby, man, please. Let me see. Tell the Truth, got that one. Rose 5150, GT Junior. How's that diet going? What diet are you talking about, GT Junior? Hydroponics. Mamie 5150. Oh, got you. You were in the We knew you were in jail, Rose. Rose in jail? Who said I'm on a diet, JT Jr.? Who said I'm on a diet? Stephanie Valdez, I don't know how my dad did it with 5 girls. You 5 girls, I don't know how he did it. I have 5 girls, oh my God. I couldn't handle 1. Let alone 5? Oh, Jesus. I know he got some artillery. Little Slice of Paradise Homestead. We got 4 girls, 2 boys. Oh my God. White Flowers got 5 girls, 2 boys. Road 51 Lead, do you still have your pink lemonade tree? Nope. You know what? I told you I sold that years ago. I sold it. And I had got a new one and sold it. Because one thing about this gardening game is certain things that just don't be for sale. Like Bonita. But it's certain things to be like, JT Junior said, I thought you was changing your eating habits. Just ask. Yeah, I did change my eating habits. I'm not on a diet. See, I told y'all a long time ago that word diet, like you just said, to me is the most ignorant word on the planet. Because you know what it does? It attracts people to do exactly what you're doing right now, asking that question. When a person say, right, I just started juicing with Green Organic Love. When people hear the word diet, they focus on you. And they watch you. It's almost like a game. If you start eating better, you do better. And just like before, it was like slow motion. You just change your eating habits. That diet shit, that's what makes people sick right there. Because they get into, look, trends, diets, those words is key words to keep fucking up society. I don't deal with that kind of stuff, bruh. Those words that we use in society, like certain religious words, it puts you in a box. Because if you say, okay, how's your diet going, right? And I say, what diet, blah, blah, blah. Then another person will ask, what diet are you on? Say I'm on a keto diet. Oh, which keto diet? There's a couple. See what I'm saying? Once you do that, you put yourself in a box that big. And that's a way where people, not only do they judge you, ridicule you. For instance, you go into a place and you say you're a certain kind of person. They have already judged you. When I go and say, for instance, I collect firearms. If I say that in the wrong place, I'm put in a category that I'm a gun nut. And people look at me like, oh, not only is he a gun nut, he's a Republican and he probably voted for Trump. See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't use all them stupid ass words, man. You understand? I don't use them words. Because I'm not one to be put in nobody's box. And like certain people was asking what religion I am, what race I am. If you can't figure it out, then let it go. You know what I'm saying? Let it go. You start getting put in little boxes like that. That makes your life complicated. So when people introduce themselves as X, Y, Z, let me back up to you real quick. I used to have a gun channel before I had not before I had a garden channel. I had a garden channel, I had a gun channel. And with my gun channel, all I did was just reviews on guns. guns to buy, good guns, reliable guns, guns to stay away from, so on and so forth. I was put in that category of a black man with a gun, not a knowledgeable man with a gun, a black man with a gun. I'm not even gonna go down N-word and all that other stuff. I was put in that category. No matter how much knowledge you get and give, you're put in that box. So I left it alone. I let that channel go. I don't like being put in boxes. That's not for me. I'm a free spirit. I'm a wild child. So, you know what I'm saying? Like some people say, I'm a vegan. And as soon as they see one damn piece of meat on your plate, they will destroy you. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm a vegetarian. I'm a vegan. Blah, blah, blah. Man, people destroy you because you brought that on yourself. You put yourself in that box. And people are going to destroy you because what they see now is, you lying. I seen that sausage. They don't care if that sausage was on your plate because you're feeding your baby the sausage sitting across from that video. They don't care. That sausage was on your plate. You was not a vegan. You was not a vegetarian. You just bring all that shit on yourself. So, you know, I don't know. Let me see. Well, JT Jr., why you on some kind of health kick or something? Garden Realtor said y'all made Lynn do it. I know I'm cool. I just don't, you know what I'm saying? Out of all the time and all the videos and all the years I've been doing this, you never seen me put myself in a box. I'm not organic. You know what I'm saying? I'm not this, I'm not that. Because soon as you say I'm just an organic grower, and then they'll see a little bit of fertilizer over there, they don't care what it's for. Boom. He's a liar. Don't put that shit on me. I'm here to grow food. You know what I'm saying? Little slice of paradise. People are so judgmental. But see, oh, you on a keto diet. Well, good luck. Good luck, my friend. See what you said? You on the keto diet? Oh, that'll spark all kind of controversy. So, I just try to eat better, do better, and don't keep putting it out there like that. Because once you start keep putting it out there like that, people expect it from you. And when you mess up or you gotta, when I lost the weight last year, I didn't say a word about it. I just let people notice over time. And once people ask me about it, you see, I didn't go in. This is what you got to do. Okay? You take one of these apples from now on, and this is all you eat for about 17 hours, and then you come back and backwash it with an orange. No, that's stupid. No. People ask what you did. All I said was, man, I just start eating a little better. I'm not on no diet. I'm not on no kick. All that stupid shit. God is stupid. That's what keep people unhealthy, is trying to stay in those cliques, those, you know what I'm saying? You can only eat this, you can only eat that. You can see what I just said about the rules with the tree. I said, keep it simple. We don't even need to know about what other stuff you can grow and the exceptions to the rules. Keep it simple. Same thing with health and everything else in life. Man, if people kept stuff more simple, life would be so much better. Me and Lady Leah was talking the other day, and I know I'm way off subject. Me and Lady Leah was talking the other day, and I was looking at guns because it's a couple I wanted to buy. And it came up about somebody, people don't like guns, okay? It's political, understandable. And they think if you get rid of all the guns, you get rid of all the crime. That's what they think. Then you got to ask the question, why are people committing crimes at all? Like, the gun is being used to commit the crime because it's the easiest way to commit the crime. Why is people committing crime at all? If it's the system, it's not the damn tool you use to commit the crime. You won't need to use need to use the tool to commit the crime, the murder, the robbery, or whatever, the rape, whatever it is, if you gave people more, what did I say, most important thing on the planet? Time. Stick with me on this, because I'm going all the way in. If you give people more time, you can cut the crime. If mom and dad is at work for 12 to 16 hours a day, Billy is at home by his damn self being taught by the internet. With the music that's being played and the things that's being showed on the internet and everything else, Billy is learning some pretty crazy shit. Okay? With the news and the media added into that, think about this. Now, Billy just saw that the way to get the attention from everybody and to show everybody he ain't no punk is to blow some shit up. Because the news makes a big deal about kids going to school blowing shit up. Right? Right. So Billy gets in his head that that's what I need to do. Because mom and dad is at work and ain't going to check on little Billy to see what the hell little Billy is up there doing in the bedroom building bombs and he just bought a gun. If you have more time to stay home. Think about this. Relationships break up because the time. Baby, you ain't never home. And trust me, I was that one. In our younger days in our marriage, I was always working in a factory. I was never at home. That put strain on our relationship. And this was in the younger days. So if daddy ain't never home, mama ain't never home, you know, what is the kids doing? Who's telling the kids no? Who's telling the kids that's not a good idea, right? So if mom and dad is home, or at least one of the parents is home, somebody is there to say, that's not a good idea, Bobby. Stop that shit. Right there, you just maybe saved 20 people's lives because Bobby was thinking about doing some stupid shit. Moms and dads think kids' bedrooms is their part of the house for some reason these days that you can't go in it. Shit, my kids lucky to have a door on their damn bedroom. I didn't. My daddy wake up, go to work, walk past my hallway. Derek, I can see him, he can see me. I'm getting dressed, he see it. Ain't no hiding shit. So what I'm saying is if you had more time to analyze your home situation instead of being at work all day making money and making somebody else rich, your household will be more in tune and more in check, and there will be more rules in your household which keep your kids home. They would have something to do, bring in more jobs to keep kids after school programs and everything else to keep people busy instead of them just getting out of school like what we gonna do now? I don't know, some crime? Okay. Man, get out of here. If people had more time to pay attention to what's going on in their own home and pay their own bills, because sometimes you work so much, you trying, thank God for the internet for this, because you got to pay your bills online. You ain't got time to go down to the power company to pay your bill. Long hours you work, your shit'll stay off. People don't have time in the house, in the family household anymore. You know what I'm saying? It could change the world if you gave people more time. You got people working 7 days a week. Shit should be illegal. It should be illegal. If you spending more time at work than you spending at home, and they keep saying we don't know why these crimes keep happening. It's the guns just doing it. It's not the damn guns. It's the system. It's the way we got stuff set up. We're set up to fail. If you art of war, keep them confused, keep them tired and confused, and we can do whatever we want with them. That's what they doing. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Give people more time to be at home, to discipline their children, to educate their children, to let their children know, and family members, your husband and your wife, maybe they wouldn't have split up if they had time to sit down and talk about what they don't and do like about each other. So, people just don't know, man. It's that simple. Keep shit simple. Give people more time instead of being complicated. Okay, then you take away guns, then you take away knives, then you... Come on, man. Plain and simple. I'm gonna stop that because I went way too far. I could talk about that all day because the problems to me in this world, the solutions are so simple that they want you to make it seem complicated, so you think that there is no hope. There is no hope for this planet. There is simplicity. Simplicity is the answer. It's that simple. I'm going to get out of here. Let me stop doing this. I'm going to cut this part off so people can learn how to grab their seedlings. I'm going to cut all of this off. But thank you guys. Edit it off or whatever. Thank you guys for everything. Thank you for showing up. I'm about to go and get dressed and enjoy this beautiful day while I still got it. And enjoy my time. I hope you do the same. Thank you so much. Barefoot Gardens said, honey, I pay the mortgage. What? See? I miss so much good stuff. Let me see. Love, Skin, Hair, and Garden. Wow, I spoke for the first time after quietly observing for months and gained subscribers. Wow, thank you. Thank you, Love, Skin, and Hair. Let me subscribe to you right now. There you go. That's me right there. Okay, I just hit the bell on you. Good to see you. So that's it, you guys. Let me get back to where I was. Where am I? I'm all over the place. Let me see. Gotta go. Nature 9. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Let me see. Dapper Vista, do it yourself and more. Relationships also break up because of asshole. I said that. Yep, I'm glad I went back and read that because I said that one. The media can heavily influence an imbalanced child in the wrong way. Yes, they can. Courtney Jackson, dropping truth. I'm trying. I'm telling you, people, they wonder how, you make a relationship work. I can only speak for myself. What's going on, Chef? I can only speak for myself. And we keep it simple. This channel, you see, it ain't scripted. It's simple. I don't think about this shit before I do it. I was just sitting here thinking to myself, I need to get these seedlings. People ask me questions. Let me show them real quick. Boom. I'm still in my pajamas, like I always am. The reason why you always see me in my damn pajamas is because that's when I'm thinking. And it's like, you know what? I'm going to do this right now. Because by the time you go and shave, cut your hair and put some clothes on, now I'm ready to step out and go spend some money or go to the store or go visit people or go do work in the garden. I got my pajamas on because I'm like, I'm going to do this right now while it's fresh on my brain. That's why. Because I've been asked, this dude always got his house coat on. I mean, it's when I'm thinking, So it's when I do my best work. If you know what I mean. All right, y'all have a beautiful day. Dapper Vista also subscribe to the channel from the chat. I thank you so much. I appreciate that. God, I'm gonna stop. Y'all have a wonderful day, okay? I hope y'all learned something. Trust me, it's about, I think it's like 30 minutes worth of knowledge and the rest of them kind of ranting. So I'm going to cut that off or put up something to let people know what that is. All right. Everybody have a wonderful day. Live Farmers Everything. And thank you, Fundy Fee. I appreciate your offering. Thank you so much. You didn't miss nothing, Chef. You just missed me talking shit as usual. Thank you so much. Courtney Jackson, that rant was knowledge. You know what? Thank you. It's just, everybody makes stuff so complicated. Everything ain't that complicated. It's just not. People would be more happy if they kept stuff more simple. My brother always say to me, keep it simple, stupid. He always say that. Keep it simple, stupid. I'm saying that my whole life. When I'm like, listen, this is what I'm going to do. I'm gonna buy this car. I'm gonna throw some dubs on it. I'm gonna take the engine out. I'm gonna put this engine in it. I'm gonna paint it this color. Nah, leave it alone. Keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. You see, that's when you get, keep that, that's how my brother's motto, I don't know who made it up, but my brother always said, and that's how I lead my life. Keep everything simple. You ain't got to find stuff. You ain't got to look for answers, man. When you keep it simple, try not to lie to folks and shit like that. And simplicity is the best. Your relationship, don't be all fancy and all that shit. All that. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. So, thank you, everyone. Fundy Fee. There you go again. You said I have Franken trees. You did it? You grafted already? Did you do it? I'm going to do one more. I'm going to do this one right here. In y'all face. In the face. I'm going to grab this branch right here. Let's move this tray. Now you got me hyped up. I'm about to actually do a real graft right now in your face. Right here, right now. Let me see. I'm trying to see if you can see it. I don't want to zoom in on my balls. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we'll take this branch right here. This is the actual real graft that I'm doing right now that I'm going to show you. And these are real cuttings that I used earlier that I just cut off. So what I am going to do, I'm going to start that over. And I am going to, this piece is a Owari Satsuma piece. So, this tree is a Ponderosa lemon. I'm going to start that over. Cut that right there. Where's my little knife? There we go. I'm going to cut it into a wedge. Might have to go down a little more for that. Go on the opposite side. Okay. Bam. There we go right there. The wedge is important. Yes, it is. The wedge is very important. You want that to a point. No gap. That's right. And when you wrap it, keep it tight. Just like safe sex. Have to start some seeds. Okay, here we go. Wait, my wedge is a little chunky. Wrap it up. That's right. Wrap it up. Okay. Now I got my piece cut into a wedge. Now I'm going to take this branch, and the other thing is, you know, it helps when they about the same size too, okay? I'm going to take this piece. Let me see if you can see. And I'm going to cut that off. I'm just going to move a couple leaves off. That's going to make it easier for me to tape it up. Okay, now you see I got a branch. Now, let me tighten this up. What? Okay, now I'm going to cut this right down the middle. I'm going to try to zoom in. This is actually a real grafting that we're doing right now. Rock it down the middle. Green wood, for some reason, always works a little better. Y'all see that? Rose, give me a week. Okay. Now I'm going to take that wedge and I'm going to match that cambium layer. You can see it good now. Match that cambium layer into the cambium layer in this piece. Wait, I want you to be able to see it. I'm going to jam that sucker right in there like that. Okay, can you see that? I want to make sure that touches. Now, I'm going to take that sucker up. I'm using one hand because I don't want this to move. Just going to tape it up and keep it tight. Keeping it tight, trust me, that's another key thing. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. You want those two to come into contact and stay into contact. Try not to move your piece around because you want that cambium layer to stay on there. This will work so much easier in the spring because it will start growing on you, okay? And there you go. In the spring, see right now, that's it. And that's it. That's all to it. Now, this Ponderosa lemon is now a Ponderosa lemon with a Satsuma, Owari Satsuma orange branch that's going to grow on there. It was that simple. So, it's that easy, you guys. And that was real. That wasn't just a mock-up like earlier. So, it's that easy. If you got a tree and it end up dying, but the rootstock is alive, keep that rootstock. Because that rootstock is established. The roots is in the ground established. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you right now. Now, my internet might cut off, but I got to show you this. We're going outside. Ooh. Come on. Come with me. Okay. Bear with me because my internet might cut off. I'm just going to show you what you can expect. Maybe my internet will stay on if I just come right here. All right. Now check this out. Let me know if my internet trips out, okay? Yeah, cherry wood tripped out, huh? Okay, let me see. Cherry wood ceiling in the house. I gotta find the flippy root. Okay. This is what you can expect when you do exactly what I just showed you. Now, before I show you this, I'm gonna tell you a little backstory real quick. This is the Bartlett pear tree that always catches fire blight, and I got tired of that shit, and I keep having to cut the tree down, so I cut the whole tree off and turned it into a Moonglow and a Seckel pear, Moonglow, Seckel, and Asian Shinseki pear. Watch this. You can barely tell. I'm going to back up. This is the tree. Hi, Miss Finance. Good to see you. Here is our graphs. You see that? This right here is the Seckel pear. See how that look now? All healed over. This was a bark graft that we did, and now it's all part of a whole new tree. So this is not the Bartlett pear anymore. This is the Seckel pear. I'm gonna just stand back a little bit, and the bigger that gets, it's going to disappear and you won't even know I grafted it. Now, here's a piece. That's the Moonglow pear on this side of this trunk. See how that's all healed over, scabbed over? Now this is the Moonglow. You see what that is? You see what that is? Fruiting spurs. All I did was take a little piece off and graft it onto there. Matter of fact, you can even see the line, how long the piece was I put on here. It was that. It stopped right there. So now this whole piece, now keep on looking how high I'm gonna go up. That has fruiting spurs on it already. See that? That's because this trunk is so mature that it's pushing a lot of energy into that little bitty piece I put right here. And not only did it make it grow this much in just a few months, but it also made it have fruiting spurs. Okay? Now, one more. Over here is the Asian Shinseki pear on this side. I did put two on one branch. Remember, I cut this whole tree off and it was nothing but a stump. This is the Asian pear Shinseki right here. So this is what we just did in the kitchen. So all of this healing over, let me get close to it. This is what it's going to look like. All healed over. See that? And that black stuff, remember I told you the tree is going to bust the tape off by itself? There you go. This is where the electrical tape used to be. The tree removed the tape on its own. That's how that worked. Now, I'm gonna go for gold here, okay? I'm going to show you one more because it's so important to me. It's so special to me. So let's pray that the internet stays on. That's right. So now, and even a couple of Bartlett pear pieces just grew back. So I got a Bartlett, the ducks is flying, a Bartlett, Shinseki, Moonglow, Seckel, Frankentree. Now I'm gonna keep on going, and I'm gonna hope that the Wi-Fi don't cut off because I got a special tree.